Hello YouTube! Welcome to my 18-month update. We're going to do a video here in the dark today and be all romantical and stuff. So I've been kind of hesitant to make this video because I didn't think I had a whole lot to say. But as I was kind of going through my head with everything I was going to say, I was like, yeah, I have tons of stuff to say. So I want to start out with the most important thing that I learned in the past month. And that is that healthy people come in all shapes and sizes. As I've told you guys, I've been maintaining, it's been, I'm going to say around 10 months now. I don't know exactly. It's very nice to not be obsessed with the scale. I'm not constantly stopping on it. I weigh myself maybe once a week, sometimes every other week. I do still get naked before I get on the scale because, you know, the 2 to 5 pounds that my clothes weigh, I just definitely don't want to see that number on the scale. But anyways, the day after Thanksgiving, I got on the scale and I weighed 151, which is the highest that I hit since I've been, you know, in my maintenance phase. I've bounced between 144 and 151 last couple months, you know, staying towards the higher end of it. But I got, you know, all super motivated the day after Thanksgiving, and I wrote up this little list of, you see it's dated 11/26, Black Friday. Said my goal was to lose 12 pounds so I could get down to 139, so I could be in the 130s instead of the 140s. And I wrote down all the things I wanted to do. I wanted to track my food. I wanted to exercise more, eat no processed or refined flour for a month, drink a lot more water, take my vitamins, limit my saturated and trans fat, yada, yada, yada. After maybe 3 or 4 days, I got down to 148. And I started to think, you know what, like, I really don't care about the scale and the number. To be perfectly honest, I really don't care. You know, a small part of me would rather see 149 on the scale than 150, but in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. I'm at my goal size, which was a size 6. I'm not overly concerned with that number anymore. And to me, it's more important to be healthy. And I realize that healthy people come in all shapes and sizes. Right now, I wear a size 6. I have no interest in being any smaller sizes. There's healthy people out there that are size 10, size 12. I would even push to say there's healthy people out there at size 16. It doesn't have a whole lot to do with the number that's on that scale. So I'm going to rip that up because I'm going to be happy where I'm at, and I'm not going to care so much about that number. Because I've had a problem with food in the past, I will definitely always have to keep an eye on it. You know, I don't want it to creep up 5 pounds a year for 10 years. You know, that's 50 pounds right there, but if my math is right. Anyways, so yeah, one thing that I'm happy with how I'm eating. The other day on in one meal, I had like 7 or 8 different fruits and vegetables. I had spinach, I had peppers, I had onions, I had ginger, baby corn, that's what you call it. I always get it confused, baby corn, baby carrots, but yeah, baby corn. But anyways, I'm making meals that Bob and Jillian would be proud of. And for those of you that don't know who Bob and Jillian are, that's the Biggest Loser trainers. Another thing I've been thinking about lately is how a lot of Americans have this idea that there's a pill for every ill, meaning that anytime there's something wrong with them, they just want to take a pill and make it all go away. I sat in on a little like a class the other day at a health food store where they were talking about different supplements. Turns out at the end, the guy there wasn't trying to teach you anything. He was actually trying to sell his product. But anyways, I remember like this lady raised her hand and she's like, what can I take for weight loss? And somebody else raised their hands, what can I take for sleeping? Somebody else, what can I take for energy? And it's like people just want to take a pill to cure everything. And I think that if we look at our diet and what we're eating, the food that we're eating is killing us. And I'm actually surprised that more people aren't dead from the things we eat. Like the more I learn about food and the more I learn, you know, about, you know, how I used to eat or the things that people eat, from fast food to processed food to, you know, fried foods and all these different things, I'm thinking, dear God, like, how are people even getting the vitamins, minerals and nutrients that they need to stay alive? And I guess the answer to that is like, they're not, because people are dropping dead from cardiovascular disease and cancer and all these other, you know, health-related, weight-related, nutrition-related things, you know. So what I'm learning is that the body has this, you know, internal mechanism to where it wants to heal itself. It wants to get better. And those of you that know anyone with cancer, that maybe that have cancer yourself, I've been learning about what's called the Gerson diet or Gerson therapy, and I don't know if I mentioned this in my last video, but it's a group of doctors in California, and they have a clinic in Mexico where they actually heal people from cancer with nutrition. You know, they totally change what they're eating, and what they're really doing is they're actually getting the body back to where it needs to be to heal itself. And I think that, you know, that's my idea right now with what I'm eating is, you know, and I'm not perfect, so let me say this first. I would like to follow like an 80-20 rule where I'm eating good 80% of the time and 20% of the time is like whatever. I'm more like 65-35 right now, but at least, you know, it's more good than bad. But anyways, what these doctors do and what I'm trying to do right now is just get my body to where it needs to be with the food I eat so it can take care of itself. You know, I don't need to be taking a pill every time I get a runny nose. I don't need to take a pill to go to bed. I don't need to take a pill to lose weight. I don't need to take a pill because I'm anxious. And people just want a pill. They want to make everything go away right now. I've been doing Zumba and soccer, and anybody that doesn't know what Zumba is, it's like a dance/exercise class. It's really fun. The first couple times I went, I kind of didn't want to because I don't know how to dance and I don't have any rhythm, but I'm starting to learn the steps and it's super fun. But one thing, when I went to Zumba last Monday and I saw myself in the mirror with my exercise stuff on, I was kind of like, wow, I'm skinny. Like, that's really, I think, of course I see myself as being smaller now, but that was the first time I really saw myself and thought I'm skinny. And I kind of like kept checking myself out in the mirror when I was doing my moves, but so that was kind of exciting. And also, I've mentioned before in the past, I know other people that have had surgery mention, you know, that the being smaller now, it kind of messes with you, like you don't always see yourself like that. But I really truly saw myself as being small that day. One thing, I had an interview at my work. They're starting like a nutrition program where they're going to help people lose weight, and I'm actually going to be the therapist for that, God willing. I think I got the job, but I'm kind of confused. Like, he kind of was talking as if I already have it. But I pulled out a picture of myself at my heaviest weight, which this was back in 2006, so I could bring it to him during the interview and show him. And when I see the picture, it's like conflicting things going on. And let me pull the picture up first. It's printed on paper, so hi. You look like me? Yeah, so this is me at 242. And when I see this picture, part of me says, wow, I can't believe I got that big. But the other part of me says that there's not really that big of a difference between this person in the picture and the person that's talking to you right now. So it's like, I don't know. And the people that don't go through this wouldn't understand that, and you might think, oh, she's saying that for attention. Definitely not. But, you know, I look at this picture and I think, oh, it's not that different. But the rational part of me says, yes, it is. It is very different. So, you know, there's still little stuff that goes on. It definitely doesn't bother me on any kind of a daily basis. I'm not really bothered by anything with my body right now. In fact, let me think. I found an incredible plastic surgeon. So let me take that back. I'm not bothered with anything with my body that I'm able to change. I do have excess skin that the only thing I could do is have it removed. I cannot work off skin that I stretched out with 100 extra pounds. It's impossible. So those people that are anti-plastic surgery, I don't want to hear it. Anyways, I found a doctor that does absolutely insane, incredible work, and as soon as I figure out what his name is, I will post it back on here. But I called his office. My original plan was to go to Mexico to try to save money, but after seeing this guy's work, I'm like, wow, it's really worth saving up the extra money for it and trying to go this way, because, you know, I only have one body. I already messed it up once, and I don't want to mess it up again. But I contacted the doctor's office, and they wanted me to send them pictures of me naked. So I had my boyfriend take some pictures so I could send them on, and I took them like from the neck down because I don't want them ever, you know, attached to me in any way if anyone ever finds them. But I was kind of mentally preparing myself for when I looked at them. I'm like, just, Kelly, it's okay. Like, don't freak out. Don't feel bad if they look really bad. And I'm actually surprisingly happy with how it looked. Like, from the back, I thought how I looked from the back was just incredibly horrible. I could only imagine what it looked like, but when I saw the picture, it actually came down to like a very nice waist. Then I had like a bump of extra skin, and then like from my butt crack down, I was perfectly fine with that. It's not like all wrinkly and cellulite-ish like I imagined. So really, it's just the extra skin that needs to be removed. So I was very happy when I saw those pictures of myself, and I realized that, you know, it's just a repercussion. The extra skin is something I have to live with after what I did to myself with the food. It stinks, and I don't know how to pronounce her name, but the video is Kel Shay something. She shows a picture of herself where she, takes a picture and clicks down so you can see, and this is what she says is something like, this is how you can be thin and not feel thin, because this is what you see. And that's kind of the same for me. I see all this extra skin. I don't always feel thin because of it. I'm just going on a rampage with a bunch of stuff. One thing also I wanted to comment on somebody else's video, and that was Sky Moon. She was doing a countdown, the 12 days of Christmas, and she was talking about things that, were kind of cool to her now that she's thin, that she never experienced before. And one thing she mentioned was being able to wrap a towel around her after she gets out of the shower. And it seems so simple and such a little deal for no one's ever that's went through this, but being able to wrap a towel around yourself is awesome when you get out of the shower. Like actually being able to have extra towel to tuck it in and keep it on. So that's definitely one thing for me. The other day, I always set my phone when I put my legs together and I'm waiting. I set my phone in between my thighs. Well, my phone actually slipped all the way through, and I had to catch it before it fell on the floor. And I never had that before because my thighs have always touched, but now they don't. What else did I write down here? I have collarbone now. I can't see it because I got stuff in the way on the computer screen. I can touch my hip bone. I can squeeze through little areas, like I'm going in places where I'm not supposed to go, and that makes it a little easier. Well, I've just been rambling on and on, so I'm going to end here. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed already, please do so. And I'm going to stand up because it's been a while since I did. As I mentioned earlier, I am a size 6. I'm 5'4". I weigh 100, and I think I'm 150 pounds right now. My pant size that I'm wearing are a 28. Strangely enough, my waist is a 36. So if you can imagine all the extra skin, that my measurement is a 36, but my pants are actually 28 inches. So anywho, I'm going to stand up, and you guys have an awesome Christmas, New Year's, and all that stuff. Bye-bye. Here we go. Bye.